just hit a straight flush, and if it holds until 9 p.m., I get $5,000. And this guy's arguing because I went all in, but I threw in 125 and went all in, and he's like, I only heard 125, I only had to pay that. So now here's the board I'll show you. Okay, right now, let me tell you about this hand that just happened. Okay, I gotta walk over here. So right now I'm in Miami, and I'm playing at the Hard Rock Casino, and we're playing 2-5, and there's 200 people on the waiting list to get into the games today for 1-2, 2-5. There's no 5-10 because every single table is full, and they can't open up any new tables. And the reason why there's so many people here is because they are doing a promotion today, and like every 30 minutes there's a high hand for like $500, and then every 3 hours there's a high hand for $5,000. Okay, and I right now have the high hand until I just had to hold on. I had to just hope that it's good until 9 p.m. Right now it's 7 p.m. so I have 2 hours basically until I find out if it holds or not. And if it holds, then I get $5,000. Dude, what the fuck? Okay, anyways, yo, check this hand out, all right? I think effective stacks is $500, okay? Effective stacks is 100 big blinds. Hero is at the low jack, and the hero straddles to $10. It folds around to the small blind, who makes the call for $10. Everybody else folds. It's back to the hero at the low jack. We look down at queen of clubs, jack of diamonds. We raise it just 25 more to 35. The villain calls. The pot is $75, and the flop comes queen, 9, deuce, diamond, diamond, club, queen of diamonds, 9 of diamonds, and the deuce of clubs. Villain checks. The hero bets 40. The villain calls. So now the pot is 155, and the turn comes the 10 of diamonds. So now we've got a straight flush draw and a top pair, queen. So we got a straight flush draw with a queen. So we're looking mighty nice. Villain checks. The hero bets 75. Villain's an older guy, and then he's like looking down, counting his chips. And while he's counting his chips, the hero does a little bit of BM, which stands for bad manners, and I flashed my jack of diamonds. So I spin my jack of diamonds, and then the whole table sees the jack of diamonds, and they're like, ooh. And then the villain makes the call for 75. So now the pot is $305, and the river comes the 8 of diamonds, completing the straight flush, boys. So now the hero, that's us, we got the straight flush, and so we got the best hand, we're not losing. And the villain checks. Oh, and when the river comes out with the 8 of diamonds, the whole table was, because they saw my jack of diamonds, they're like, oh, and then the villain's like, what's going on? And then so the villain checks. I throw out 125 and I say all in. Dealer says he's all in. The villain says how much. The dealer points to my chips and says that much, and then the villain calls the 125, but I went all in. I show my hand, it's the high hand, I win the pot, but then the villain starts complaining and he says, no, I'm not going all in. I only paid 125. I asked you how much and you said that much. And so he thought it was just 125, even though I went all in. And he only had like $100 left or whatever it was left more to call after the 125. So the floor had to be called. The floor comes over, what's going on here, guys? And I'm like, my big dick on the table with a straight flush is what's going on. Okay, there's lots of people around me. So right now, I'm gonna show you that we got the straight flush with the jack high straight flush, and it's gotta hold till 9 p.m., which is 2 more hours. And if it holds, we get $5 grand. Okay, I got one more interesting hand that just happened. I didn't even write it down. It's so fresh because it just happened, and I'm interested to hear. This is a very interesting hand, like a very interesting. Well, I don't know if it's very interesting. I think it's very interesting. Maybe when I talk about, oh my God, are those naked women? Pretty much, or something like that. Okay, so basically, effective stacks is $1,500. We're playing 2-5, so we are $1,500 effective stacks, 300 big blinds, and the hijack opens to $25. The hero is at the button with king 10 off, king of clubs, 10 of diamonds, and the hero 3 bets to $75. Everybody else folds. The villain at the hijack calls $75. Now the pot's 150, and we're going heads up to the flop. The flop comes king jack 9 spade club spade. Okay, the villain checks, the hero checks. The turn comes a blank, a 3 of diamonds. And then the villain checks again, and the hero makes makes it $150. Hero makes it a pot size bet. So I make it pot size, trying to get value out of flush draws or straight draws or a pair with flush draws. So like I was trying to get value out of ace jack of spades, ace queen of spades, 10 jack of spades, jack queen of spades, something like that. That's what I was trying to get value from. So I make it 150, then it's onto the villain, and the villain raises it to 375. The hero makes the call. So now the pot is $900 and we're going heads up to the river, and the river comes the 8 of clubs. So it's a missed flush draw. When the river comes the 8 of clubs, the villain leads out and he bets $500 into 900. Okay, so now I start to think. I'm like, what hands do I beat? And here's the hands that I came up with, the hands that we already talked about. I beat ace queen, 10 jack, jack queen of spades. Those are the hands I beat, right? But then I was like, what hands do I lose to? I lose to queen 10 suited because he called my 3-bet. I don't think he'd be calling with queen 10 off pre. I lose to jacks, I lose to nines, and king jack suited, but I have the clubs in my hand, so he could only have king jack of diamonds or king jack of hearts. So just based on like the way that this guy's been playing, that's what I would put him on. So I lose to king jack, nines and jacks, and queen 10, but I beat ace queen, queen jack, and 10 jack. So I was like, okay, 500 more to win 1900. That means I gotta be right like what, 28% of the time? Is that how it works? Yeah, so I made the call and the villain had jacks. Shit. That's basically what happened, but I wasn't even mad at my call. I was like, you know what? He could easily have one of the hands that I put him on, right? You let me know what you think about that hand. I thought that was an interesting hand, so let me know.
Congratulations to the 9 winners.
That's your boy. We did it, boys. We got it. Oh. Okay, now we did it, boys. We have 5 pumpkins. We got 5 pumpkins right here. $5,000. Our hand held up. Our straight flush for the video. Man. We actually made $5,500 because there was a high hand every 30 minutes. So we won that with the straight flush. And then we won the big high hand every 3 hours for $5,000. So that was nice. And I think I'm done for the day. That's the only hand I have for you. I know it was a boring hand because it just played itself out. But yeah, boy did win. So I had to share it with you guys. And it's my last day in Miami. And I go to my friend's place up in Gainesville next. I think that's the next stop. Catch you guys later.
Make him spicy, Papa.